What is the Bhagavad Gita? How should one read the Bhagavad Gita? How should one understand the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? And what will happen once you live the Bhagavad Gita? Let's understand it together. The Bhagavad Gita is a dialogue between Bhagwan, that is Sri Krishna, and Arjun. If you realize, the entire setup of Bhagavad Gita has happened right on a battlefield. Now, what is that battlefield? That battlefield is our mind. And when you start understanding the Bhagavad Gita, you will realize that that divinity is always holding us. We are not able to understand how the divinity operates. Once you take the Bhagavad Gita in your hand, it is a practical guide that will change your life completely. It will teach you to live in this world, go through all the problems and find solutions. And the highest solution, that is the existence of that eternal Brahman, will be experienced if you read it properly, if you decode it, and most important, if you apply it in your day-to-day life. So it is not just that you read it one time and close it. Bhagavad Gita is a sadhana which should be read again and again till it is absorbed in our system. It has 18 chapters, and Sri Krishna, that is Bhagwan, has given us 18 methods in that 18 chapters to experience the divinity. Every chapter is named as Yoga. Now, Yoga means union. Union of what? Union of this Jivatma with the Paramatma. That is union of this individual self with the Supreme Self. When you read the Bhagavad Gita, we have to understand that Krishna Bhagwan is that divinity, that avatar, which when we understand will take us to the highest. And Arjun is that mind that we have, which is seeking to experience the divine, at the same time not confident and scared and entangled in the duality. The first chapter of Bhagavad Gita starts with Arjun's sorrow. And even that is a yoga. That means if you channelize your sorrow in the right way, you can directly reach to the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and that is moksha. In fact, every chapter has a certain method, a certain emotion, and if you understand that chapter, you can explore and go within and reach the highest state of consciousness. Once you have understood the Bhagavad Gita, the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita have 700 shlokas, and these shlokas are divided into 3 portions. The first portion of Bhagavad Gita talks about Brahma Vidya. That is the highest Vedantic knowledge, that we all come from the same source and there's only one light, and the light of all light is that Brahman. In simple language, we are creatures of bliss, and the highest experience is bliss alone, that is Sat Chit Anand. Bhagwan is trying to explain Arjun all the time. Why are you entangled in everything? Why are you holding on? You're not this body, not this mind, not this intellect. You are pure self. He also explains that what is your dharma? Who is Astita Prajna? And with this understanding, they move on to the next portion, and that is Karma Yoga. In this, it teaches us, now we have taken this body and now we are operating in this reality, what action should be done. And it also makes it clear, action is not important. The intention behind every action is Karma Yoga. Who is a Karma Yogi? Who is a Karma Sannyasi? Who is a Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi? All these beautiful terms have been decoded, and you can literally translate in a day-to-day life. What I have taken from the Bhagavad Gita from Karma Yoga is very simple, that it doesn't say that you leave everything, go in the mountain. It tells you that stay in this world and work on your karma. Now in the third portion, Bhagwan talks about bhakti. See, nowadays everyone talks about bhakti. Bhakti means surrender, but we don't know how to surrender. We don't know what to do. In a very beautiful pattern, first understand who you are. Then after understanding and having that intellectual knowledge, you apply it in the form of Karma Yoga. And in the last, when you live as an offering and understand that Bhagwan is in everything, that is the highest form of bhakti. It is a very gradual process, but this is a practical guide. If you start living it, it will make you realize that there is nothing secular or sacred. Everything comes from the same source. Now the question is asked, what are the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? I've read the 18 chapters so many times, but I don't understand what is the subject matter and what Bhagwan is trying to say. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, 18 times after every chapter it has been clearly mentioned that Bhagavad Gita is Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of the highest eternal Brahman, that is pure consciousness. Brahma Vidya, it is Yoga Shastra, that means it is teaching us to live in this world with complete union with that divinity, with the knowledge of Brahman. And it talks about Krishna Arjun Samvad, that is a dialogue between man and his maker, that is God. If you are going to start reading the Bhagavad Gita, and according to my understanding, that the teachings of Bhagavad Gita that I've taken at a very minimum level, to put it in simple words, is that the Bhagavad Gita starts with dharma and ends with mama. So in a nutshell, it is mama dharma, that is my dharma. The Bhagavad Gita has some beautiful teachings which practically can be applied, like the understanding of Sthita Prajna, what dharma is, what swabhava is, what swadharma is, how should we see God in the smallest particle, at the same time how should we see God in the massive forms of mountains and oceans. Also the Sharanagati, what has happened and experienced when Arjun sees Bhagwan in everything. And it has given us many small teachings to work from the 6 enemies of the mind till how to play the role of a husband, a wife, a daughter, and how to understand who's a yogi, who's a sannyasi, from breathing techniques, also how to meditate. Hari Om Tat Sat.